Hi, welcome to Shop Stop. Today we want to talk a little bit about bending sheet metal and layout for making a box.
Okay, here's a completed box, and what we're going to do is show you how you have to lay one of these out to create, this is called a hem right here, this very top where it's folded over, and then to roll up the corners, and then we're going to show you how to spot weld in the next segment. But basically, when you're laying one of these out, how do we do that, Randy?
Well, the big key is where you're going to bend it and you're going to fold your tabs over. You need to notch it back so that you can actually bend it to 90 degrees and get the thing upright.
Yes, and another thing is when you hem these, you got to taper the top too, so that tab will also fit inside the hem. Now, another thing you need to think about after you lay it out is how you're going to bend it up to do it in a certain order, because if you don't do it in a certain order, you're not going to get a box. But a good thing to remember is to, like we've said in one of our segments before, is use layout fluid, which is this blue stuff here. You can use other things, and then you can see the scribe marks very easily after that.
So get the thing laid out correctly, bend it in the proper order, and it'll come up square with nice corners, a nice top, a nice smooth edge on the top, so that so you don't cut your hand on it.
We're going to use what's called a box break, but one thing when you start bending up your box, you need to anticipate where your bends need to be so you don't bend yourself into a corner, like painting yourself into a corner. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do what's called a hem, this one right here, and that's this bend up here, but we're going to do it from the opposite side, so we've marked it here.
So we're going to bend the top over first, get that flat, get a nice smooth edge on what will end up being the top of our box, and then we'll start bending the tabs up.
Okay, yeah, we want to bend the sides with these tabs, because if we bend this one up first, as you can tell, I can't bend that tab in my brake, so I'm going to bend this side first with our tabs, and then this side, and then I'm going to finish up by bending the last two.
And now that we've got it all bent and in the proper shape, we're going to spot weld our corners together.
Okay. The thing about spot welding, a lot of you may not have them. You may want to use pop rivets or not, but when you're spot welding, you have to preset your spot welder so that it doesn't get too hot, kind of like regular welding, so it doesn't make a big pock mark in here. And if you want a good little spot like that's shown there. Otherwise, you can have a cold weld, and the cold weld is just as bad as it won't stick the two parts together.
And so that's what we've done with this box. We've got a nice little handy small box we can use, or we could have made it a little larger if we had a different plan for it.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on Shop Stop.